water, earth, fire, air. Long ago, the four nations lived together in harmony. Then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Only the Avatar, master of all four elements, could stop them. But when the world needed him most, he vanished. I believe Aang can save the world.
She'll be here any minute.
But this is our pie show day, Iroh.
Do not worry, my friend. The director assured me this would only take a few minutes of our time, just to confirm some details.
Hello, Mr. Iroh.
And there she is.
Gentlemen, so pleased to make your acquaintance. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Zhong Ying, the director of the Ba Sing Se Players.
Welcome to the Jasmine...
As you know, the Ember Island Players production of The Boy in the Iceberg was said to have contained certain, let us say, historical inaccuracies. Ugh. And given that the great former general's dear nephew is about to become the new Fire Lord, well, it seemed obvious that the play needed a refresh.
I am so proud of Zuko.
Yes, as we all are. Which is why I wish to mount a brand new production. And who better to tell the tale, to set the record straight, if you will, than you three, who have seen it all.
You could say that.
No, I have. And I did. And so, I entreat you, my dear, eminent, respected, wise, and dare I say, more than a little handsome gentleman, to lavish upon me the tale of the Avatar from the beginning.
From the beginning?
If you please, I will listen and record for all posterity the real, true story. Not one embellishment, not one! This should take no time at all, as you will speak freely, without interruption, certainly not from me. I will be quiet as a lizard mouse. Quieter.
Ha ha!
Very well. Allow me to begin. People often talk about the calm before the storm. But this story begins with the storm before the calm. And...
Oh, storm before the calm. How clever. My, don't you have a silver tongue? Do go on. Lizard mouse, lizard mouse.
Thank you. Now, as I was saying, the storm before the calm. Caught in a storm, the Avatar found himself overwhelmed, as did Appa, and they plunged into the ocean. The Avatar and his bison remained in the ice for 100 years, until Katara and her brother Sokka discovered him. How could this boy in the iceberg possibly be the long-lost Avatar? At first, Sokka was suspicious, but Aang's charm and true nature eventually won him over. The three became fast friends, and Aang was welcomed by the people of the Southern Water Tribe. But soon, Aang would make a discovery that would set him back on the path to his destiny as the Avatar.
I don't want to fight.
I am Zuko, son of Ursa and Fire Lord Ozai, prince of the Fire Nation and heir to the throne. And you will be my prisoner.
Yeah! Did you see that? Aang! Are you okay?
Hey, Katara. Hey, Sokka. Thanks for coming.
Well, I couldn't let you have all the glory.
After escaping from Prince Zuko, the Avatar excitedly flew his friends to the Southern Air Temple, the home he had run away from 100 years prior. He felt shame for abandoning his old mentor, Gyatso, and for running away from his responsibility. Aang entered the Air Temple sanctuary, expecting to meet someone who could help him on his Avatar journey. Instead, he found Momo, a flying lemur who became Aang's friend. Upon exploring the Air Temple further, Aang made a startling discovery and was forced to confront a dark truth. All the air nomads, including Aang's friends and his mentor, had been wiped out by the Fire Nation. He became overwhelmed and entered the Avatar state, which would have led to disaster if not for Katara. And that's when Aang faced the hardest truth of all. He was the last of his people, the last Airbender. He felt he needed the advice of the Avatar who'd come before him, Roku, but didn't know how to get it. So Aang and his friends continued on their journey.
Stop hiding behind these little girls, Avatar. They can't save you.
I'm here, Zuko.
So, you came out of hiding. Smart move, Avatar. Strong enough.
Yeah!
Look what I brought to this place. These people got their town destroyed trying to protect me.
It's not your fault. Let's get out of here. Zuko will leave Kyoshi Village to follow us.
Appa! Yip yip!
The Avatar and his friends then traveled to Omashu in search of his old friend Bumi. There, they were greeted by a wizened old man who...
Hey, who are you calling wizened?
As I was saying, the king of Omashu imprisoned Katara and Sokka. Aang would have to pass 3 tests and win a duel if he wanted to save his friends. Then, the king posed a final question.
What is my name?
Aang realized the king was none other than Bumi himself.
It was all for a purpose. Aang had to learn that you don't just wake up one day, especially after 100 years, ready to challenge Fire Lord Ozai.
But Aang had a challenge for you, did he not?
Oh yes, indeed he did. One we faced together.
Goodbye! Listen to me! Not in the mood to talk, I guess. Now I understand. You're the spirit of this forest. You're upset and angry because your home was burned down. When I saw the forest had burned, I was sad and upset. But my friend gave me hope the forest would grow back.
You see, Aang learned his lesson well and figured out how to handle Heibai all by himself. Almost. But as was so often the case for Aang and his friends, the victory led to yet another challenge. Aang began having visions of a terrifying comet. Desperate to learn what it all meant, he sought to connect with his past life, Avatar Roku. And he knew just how. At a temple on a crescent-shaped island. But there was a catch. Several, actually. He had to reach the island during the solstice, which was the very next day. And the real kicker? The island was in the Fire Nation. What? His friends weren't thrilled to hear that. But it was a beautiful night to fly on Appa. So it wasn't all bad.
Yeah!
It's good to see you, Aang. What took you so long? I have something very important to tell you.
Is it about that vision? The one of the comet?
Yes. 100 years ago, Fire Lord Sozin used that comet to begin the war. Sozin's comet will return by the end of this summer, and Fire Lord Ozai will use its power to finish the war once and for all. Aang, you must defeat the Fire Lord before the comet arrives.
But I haven't even started learning waterbending. Not to mention earth and fire.
If the world is to survive, you must learn these by summer's end. A great danger faces you at the temple. I can help you face the threat, but only if you are ready.
I'm ready.
With that, Aang channeled Roku's spirit, and with the power of all the avatars, destroyed the temple and drove out the Fire Nation soldiers and the sages who had neglected their duties.
Another close call for the Avatar. Yet it would not be the last.
And soon Zuko himself would aid the Avatar, even if it was for selfish reasons.
But in a way, this set Zuko on a better path, did it not?
You could say that.
What?
After taking Zuko to safety, Aang returned to his friends and helped them get better. He had begun to wonder if he and Zuko had met under different circumstances. Would they have been friends?
I imagine your nephew began wondering the same thing.
Oh, yes. But Zuko was still a long way from finding peace.
And the Avatar was still a long way from visiting the Northern Water Tribe to learn waterbending from me. But in time, after more adventures and misadventures, they finally arrived.
You're alive?
You tried to have me killed.
Yes, I did. You're the Blue Spirit, an enemy of the Fire Nation. You freed the Avatar.
I had no choice.
You should have accepted your failure. You're a disgrace. Now that you're here, I'll see that I finish the job I started. You can't.
Take my hand!
Aang, along with the spirit of the ocean, saved us all that day. But his victory over the Fire Lord was by no means assured. In a way, his journey had barely begun. However, he now had one of the finest waterbending masters I'd ever known, Katara. And now, it was time to travel to the Earth Kingdom. It was time for Aang to learn earthbending.
Iroh is a traitor, and your brother is a failure. I have a task for you.
The Avatar here? Well, this is my lucky day.
Huh?
Avatar, I am Princess and you will be my gift to my father.
Stop your blowing for a minute. Aang wasn't happy to learn that I'd only been pretending that I couldn't earthbend with all that was happening. But I was biding my time. I had to explain my strategy of neutral Jing, where you do nothing. You see, neutral Jing is the key to earthbending. It involves listening and waiting for the right moment to strike. Under the circumstances, I could not be his earthbending teacher. But I told him to look for someone who had mastered neutral chamber. And with that, I said goodbye to Aang, knowing we would see each other again when the time was right.
You can't hide behind your buddies anymore. It's just you and me now.
Don't think I'll go easy on you. Just because you're a little blind girl. You will leave my arena in defeat. My little girl.
Like you ever had the chance. Dad, I know it's probably hard to see me this way, but the obedient little helpless blind girl that you think I am just isn't me. I love being an earthbender, and I'm really, really good at it.
All this has made me realize something. I've let you have far too much freedom. From now on, you will be cared for and guarded 24 hours a day. Please escort the Avatar and his friends out. They are no longer welcome here.
My dad changed his mind.
Well, we better get out of here before your dad changes his mind again.
Aang had his earthbending teacher at last, but he and his friends would endure so much before they reached Ba Sing Se, the Earth Kingdom's last remaining stronghold.
They also had to contend with the Zula, who pursued them relentlessly.
Indeed. Ironically, I have Azula to thank for reuniting me with Zuko. We joined with the Avatar and his friends against her. Although, I don't enjoy the memory of her attack.
In the desert, they finally reached a great library built to contain all the world's knowledge, which contained an amazing secret. One Sokka was certain would turn the war in their favor. But this came at a great cost. Appa was taken from them, causing them to lose both Aang's dearest companion and their ride. Still, they pushed forward to Ba Sing Se, where a terrible sight greeted them.
Azula again! I'll have to face her if I want to destroy this drill.
So, our paths cross again, Avatar. Fate is just begging me to capture you and take you to my father. It can't be!
Thanks, Momo. I owe you one. Now, all I need is... Actually, that is what I need for once.
They saved Ba Sing Se, or so it seemed at the time, and Aang resolved to find Appa. But then they met a dark and mysterious stranger. All right, perhaps not dark, but she was quite strange. This was Ju Di, their guide. Even stranger was that their pleas to warn the Earth King about the escalating war were ignored by all they met. Aang and his friends decided to crash a state dinner to speak to him. Soon, they were arrested by Long Feng, the Earth King's closest advisor and head of the mysterious Dai Li. But at least they knew who their enemy was. So much for them to face all at once. And still, Aang couldn't lose hope that he would find his friend Appa. And he was determined to do so, with the help of his friends.
The Dai Li's got us surrounded.
You think we can outrun them?
You had your chance, Avatar. Now prepare to fall before the Dai Li. This time.
Yeah! Hey!
What?
Yay! Appa! Yeah! Yeah!
All right.
I missed you, buddy.
The Avatar and his friends had been reunited with Appa, but they were faced with a difficult choice. Katara and Toph were in rare agreement that Long Feng and the Dai Li were too powerful to face. However, Sokka was adamant that they return to the Earth King. The Avatar reminded them that with Appa back, the Dai Li could not stop them from reaching the Earth King and telling him the truth about the war, as well as Long Feng's sinister conspiracy. And with that, the Avatar and his friends flew to the palace in the hope of changing the fate of Ba Sing Se and the war with the Fire Nation.
It's still there!
What is that?
It's a giant trail made by the Fire Nation to break through your walls.
I can't believe I never knew.
I can explain this, Your Majesty. This is nothing more than a construction project.
Really? Perhaps you can explain why there's a Fire Nation insignia on your construction project.
Well, it's imported, of course.
Dai Li, arrest Long Feng. I want him to stand trial for crimes against the Earth Kingdom.
Confident that the Earth King was finally in charge, Aang flew to the Eastern Air Temple to find the Guru Pathik, who he hoped could help him achieve control over the Avatar state. Indeed, Pathik tried to help. He'd been trying to help all along with his bending challenges, but in the end, his teachings were in conflict with Aang's feelings for Katara. Sensing that Katara was in danger, Aang left Pathik before he could unlock his last chakra. He would no longer be able to enter the Avatar state at all. And Katara was in great danger, as was the whole Earth Kingdom. She rushed to warn a Kyoshi warrior that Zuko and Iroh were in Ba Sing Se, only to realize the warrior was Azula. Azula had been unmasked. She felt the time had come to act.
Well, Prince Zuko, what will you choose? Will you continue to listen to our foolish uncle, or rejoin the Fire Nation and regain your honor? I thought you changed.
I have changed.
You've got to get out of here. I'll hold them off as long as I can.
This guy again?
Who is he? Why is he attacking us?
I don't know. We gotta keep moving. We have to stop him.
Yeah!
Hey! I got it! Perfect name for that guy. Combustion Man!
Good job, Sokka. Now let's get out of here before Combustion Man catches us.
See? It fits so well.
The Avatar and his friends flew to an uninhabited island to rendezvous with the invasion force, which would be led by Sokka's father, Akoda. And they arrived early, which gave them a chance to get some rest. The Avatar, however, allowed his apprehension of the coming conflict to get the best of him. With the help of his friends, however, he was finally able to calm his nerves and get some sleep.
Listen up.
Akoda and the warriors from the Southern Water Tribe finally arrived, along with Earth Kingdom warriors and some unexpected and unorthodox allies. And together, they prepared to set into motion their plan to invade the Fire Nation when it would be at its most vulnerable, on the day of Black Sun.
Oh, great. Azula and the Dai Li.
Right? Kinda makes me wish we found the Fire Lord first.
Hey!
Let me introduce you to my new friends.
It can't be! Hey!
Whoa!
No!
Hey!
Oh, it sounds like the firebending's back on.
I can't believe we fell for that. And now it's too late.
Maybe it's not too late. The eclipse is over, but I can face the Fire Lord anyway.
The Fire Lord knew we were coming this time. We thought we had surprise on our side, but we didn't. It just wasn't our day. What we need to do now is go help our friends.
I guess you're right.
You'll have another chance. I know you will.
The eclipse over, the Fire Nation regained its bending powers and returned to attack. Aang and his friends were ready to stand and fight.
No.
But Hakoda had another idea. Knowing that victory over the Fire Nation would not come that day, the adults of the invasion force agreed to surrender in order to allow the Avatar, his friends, and the youngest of the group to escape. So Aang led the young ones to one of the few safe places left, the Western Air Temple.
It's Combustion Man. He's after us again!
This guy just won't quit.
He will if me and my trusty boomerang have something to say about that. All right. Hey, I know how to get an angle on him. Yeah, boomerang! Oh, boomerang.
With that battle, Prince Zuko had finally proven himself, not only to the Avatar and his friends, but to himself. He had come to realize that no one can be given honor. One must earn it for oneself, and at that moment, he chose to do what was right, to play his part in ending the war. The Avatar himself came to a realization. My nephew was meant to be his firebending teacher, because more than most, Prince Zuko knew how easy it was to hurt the people you love, while the others were less certain of Zuko's change of heart. They followed the wishes of the Avatar, and he joined their group. Soon, Zuko and Aang went to the Temple of the Sun Warriors, where they danced with dragons. They learned the real secret of firebending, that it is energy and life. Sokka, meanwhile, became increasingly concerned about his father and the others taken prisoner by the Fire Nation. Zuko said they were likely being held at a terrible place called Boiling Rock and attempted to dissuade Sokka from doing anything rash. But of course, now it was Sokka who felt he needed to regain his honor. Zuko knew how he felt and offered to help.
Looks like Azula brought a friend.
This is a rematch I've been waiting for.
Me too.
Poor Zuzu, always so angry. It can't be!
I tried to warn you, but did you listen?
They're about to cut the line!
Then it's time to leave.
Their peace after the daring rescue at the Boiling Rock was short-lived, as the Fire Nation soon drove the Avatar and his friends from the Western Air Temple. Not long after, the Avatar and his friends arrived on Ember Island, where they saw a quite sensational play.
Let's just skip over that part, shall we?
As you wish. Soon after the theatrical diversion, a worried Avatar left his friends without a word. And so the Order of the White Lotus liberated Ba Sing Se. But the Avatar would still have to face and defeat Fire Lord Ozai for the war to be truly won, and for balance to be restored to the world. An ancient giant lion turtle shared the wisdom needed for the Avatar to accomplish this, but this was no guarantee that he would prevail.
Sorry, but you're not gonna become Fire Lord today. I am.
You're hilarious. But fine, let's settle this. Just you and me, brother. The showdown that was always meant to be. Agni Kai.
After all the failed attempts to find you, now the universe delivers you to me as an act of providence.
We don't have to fight. You have the power to stop what you're doing.
You are right. I do have the power. I have all the power in the world!
Take my power! You can't!
take my power! You can't!
No, I'm not going to end it like this.
Even with all the power in the world, you are still weak.
In the era before the Avatar, we bent not the elements, but the energy within ourselves. To bend another's energy, your own spirit must be unbendable, or you'll be corrupted and destroyed.
What did you do to me?
I took away your firebending. You can't use it to hurt or threaten anyone else ever again.
Soon after, Zuko became the Fire Lord, ending 100 years of war. And Aang had truly become the Avatar. Balance was restored.
That won't do it all. Even as happy endings go, that was a bit predictable.
But that is how these events came to a close.
Perhaps, but that's not how my play will end. I need to send the audience out the door chattering madly, wildly conjecturing, imagining.
Peace is what many in your audience have only imagined their entire lives. Now they have it. Is that not enough?
That's my point. They already have that. But I must give them something new, fresh, a cliffhanger, a twist, twist upon twist.
Like?
For example, Appa and Momo will speak, if only to each other. Audience love talking animals. And Aang, he's taken the Fire Lord's power, but perhaps, just perhaps, he also inherits the Fire Lord's long, lustrous hair. For all the power of the Avatar, he just can't do anything with his hair. Oh! And as for the new Fire Lord, with all due respect to your nephew, the real eye-opener would be to make Katara the new Fire Lord. Oh, that'd get the crowd, and a few critics I know, really talking. Why, I can see it now. The Ba Sing Se players would be acclaimed throughout the land.
But were you not striving for more historical accuracy?
Oh, you dear man. How about I leave you to making your delicious tea, and you let me handle the theater? Now, I really must dash off. I have what you might call a little bit of drama bending to do. Thank you so much for regaling me with your thrilling tales. Fear not, gentlemen. I will do you and the Avatar proud. Ta-ta!
I somehow doubt that production will do anyone proud.
On the positive side, I believe she has revealed to me an 86th Jing.
I'd rather drink poisonous tea from the white jade bush than go through that again.
The tea's gone cold.
Allow me to make a fresh pot.